What is emotional intelligence and how can we improve it? Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and feel your emotions as well as other people's emotions, and the ability to not react but act reasonably. There are 5 components to emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, the ability to feel and understand your own emotions and the effect of your emotions on your day-to-day experience. Self-control, the ability to control your mood, your impulses, and be in charge of your behaviors and what you do, regardless of the triggers or the intense emotions that you have. Self-motivation, the ability to always seek out new challenges to move forward, the ability to delay gratification in order to achieve your goals. So you don't need instant gratification because some things take time. So you know that you should have a routine, and for example in 4 to 6 months you're going to achieve your goal, but you will have motivation throughout the time. Empathy is the ability to feel other people's feelings as well as putting yourself in their shoes and see what they think and what they feel in that situation. Social skills are a set of abilities that enable you to persuade other people, encourage them, motivate them, to communicate with them effectively. You have to identify and write down your emotions and your reactions to those emotions in your journal every day. It's a positive sign that you can feel your emotion and name it, okay? Because as children, when we had an emotion, we didn't know the name of the emotion. When something is unknown, it is scary. But if something has a name and it is known to you, it's familiar, there is no stress about it. Because the mind is scared of unknown and unfamiliar things. And as children, we didn't know what emotions are. So our parents had to tell us, this is the experience that you are having, and the emotion that you are feeling is anger. And the correct responses to anger are as follows, okay? And this way, we could learn as children that emotions are good and we can feel them, and what answer is reasonable to our emotion, okay? So it's not okay if you are angry, it's not okay to lash out, start screaming or shouting or breaking things. It's not okay. For example, if you are in the middle of a presentation and you make a mistake, you start feeling embarrassed, okay? After the presentation, tell yourself, I felt embarrassed, I had this feeling at that part of my body. For example, I felt my face got hot and red and I was paralyzed, I couldn't do something. Okay, go back to the first time that this happened to you. Go back to your childhood and just see, okay, what happened the first time you felt this embarrassed. And then tell yourself, okay, what is the worst case scenario? Okay, I just make a mistake and other people laugh. I'm happy that I could make other people laugh with my mistake. Okay? If you can laugh about it, it will be easier on you. Pay attention to your body. When you feel something, pay close attention to where you are having that feeling in your body, because our mind and body and our feelings are not separate. So if you have an intense emotion, okay, for example, it's anger, sadness, frustration, anything, it is okay to feel the emotion. You have to feel the emotion, okay? But feeling the emotion is different than reacting to the emotion, okay? You can sit in your anger without doing anything, because when you are triggered with an emotion, your EQ is like a 6-year-old, okay, or 3-year-old, I don't know which one, okay? So of course, any decision that you make when you are triggered you are going to regret that decision later. So don't do anything for 90 seconds, just breathe and try to see the positive in the situation, and try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and see, okay, the other person might be having, for example, a hard day. What they say is not about me, it's a reflection of what's going on inside of them. And just try to be neutral about the situation. When you become neutral, you can make the decision of how to act in that situation, not react. We are not in favor of reacting unless we are in danger, and our body will show reaction, without our decision. Work on your self-control. Okay. You are going to be out of motivation. For example, some of your motivation will be spent on waking up early. The other one when you want to go to the gym. The other one when you want to have a healthy meal. At the end of the day, there is no motivation left. So you have to design and plan your surroundings according to the habits that you want to have. For example, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle and healthy meal, you have to just spend money for food that are good for your health, okay? It is not reasonable for us to want to have a healthy lifestyle and buy junk food and put them in front of our eyes at home. It is not reasonable, okay? And try to avoid instant gratification. You have some temptations throughout the day with meditation, with constantly reminding yourself of the goal that you have, or with a vision board that you can see the picture of your desired goal. For example, it's a body or it's money when you want to work harder. Just see that picture and the temptation will go away. Life is suffering, okay? Life is suffering. Anyway, life is suffering. If you are constantly working for your goals, waking up early, having a routine, going to the gym, eating healthy, it is hard for you to do, but the result is good. Or if you don't have a routine, you don't work, you don't go to the gym, you don't eat healthy, it is easy, but the result is hard. The result is suffering from your health, from not having money, okay? So it's hard both ways. You just have to pick the hard that has the better result. Try to have self-compassion. If you find yourself in a hard situation, maybe you have made a mistake and other people are laughing at you, okay? And see, it is not okay if someone makes a mistake. It is not okay to laugh at them. So the problem is not with you. Everybody makes mistakes, okay? It's normal. But laughing at other people is not normal, and it's not something that all people do. Making mistakes is not a choice. Everyone makes mistakes, but laughing and mocking and making fun of other people is a choice that many people choose not to do. So those people that choose to make fun, you just have to ignore them, okay? Because you don't accept their personality, okay? You are not a fan of their personality. So why would their opinions matter to you? Okay? They are just showing you who they are, okay? So be self-compassionate, and self-compassionate people have compassion toward other people because it's a two-way street. If you have love inside of you, you give that love to yourself as well as other people. It is just something, going out of you at, any and every direction. We have infinite directions, okay, in this space. If you have love inside of your field, it's going to go everywhere, okay? If you disagree with someone's opinion, just have this in mind, that it is not an attack against you, okay? They are just saying their opinion and belief. All people are free to have their opinion, just like you, okay? When you are telling other people about your opinions, you don't have the intention to attack them. So when other people tell you their opinion, it is not an attack. You shouldn't take things personally. Nothing is about you, okay? Maybe other things are for you to teach you lessons, but nothing is about you. Only you know your truth. And no one can change your truth unless you let them affect you and penetrate your field, okay? So, and it is a very good sign of emotional intelligence when other people say their opinion. You give them freedom and you do not go into arguments with them, okay? You just say, okay, we are grown-ups and it is natural and very normal to have different opinions. And instead of going into arguments with other people, you just cherish the moments that you have with each other, with the things that you have in common, and you can have a good time. And another sign of emotional intelligence is when you have gone so far in a direction and suddenly you realize that it is not the path for you, and you have to change your direction, or you have to go back and start over. For example, in a relationship that you have been in for 7 years and suddenly you understand that the other person is a narcissist, it's not going to go somewhere good, you have to say, okay, don't think about the 7 years, think about the 50 years ahead that you have to tolerate that person. So just forget about the 7 years, end it, and go another way, okay? It's not about your age, it's not about the amount of years, it is about your happiness, okay? Or if you are working in a job that you have been for 12 years, and 1 year later you are going to have promotion, but suddenly realize, okay, you've been just like a robot and you don't like what you're doing. You don't wait for the promotion. You go your other way. You go follow your passion. You start over, okay? The amount of progress that you made in 12 years was this small. The amount of progress that you are going to make in a career path that you have passion for is this much in 1 year, okay? So trust yourself. I hope this was helpful. Please click on the video on the screen.